the great introductory lesson of how to start and run a successful tutoring business. I've had some wrestling within myself to do the second part of this and to redo the first lesson that I've put out there. Some years have passed. I've worked with a number of clients since. Some people have been extremely successful. Some people have grown great enterprises, and I wanted to do a better take. Ever since this first video, I've rebranded my entire enterprise. We've scaled significantly more. We've done a lot more. We've done some new things. We've experimented. We've seen some changes, and I wanted to share with you. So let's jump right in. How to start and run a successful tutoring business. A lot of people ever so often would ask the question, well, Nigel, what do I teach? I got this idea I wanted to do. I'm good at math. I'm good at algebra. I'm good at chemistry. I'm good at physics. I want to start a great tutoring company. I want to have a lot of students, etc. And they would tell me everything, and I would listen to them. And then I would ask the core question, well, what are you willing to teach? I know you're good at all these things, but let's name one. How do you narrow down what you're good at? Are you good at playing an instrument? Are you good in health and fitness? Do you do workout? Do you want to do some workout videos? Do you want to teach them reading? Do you want to teach math? Do you want to teach science? Are you good at tech? Do you want to teach coding? Do you want to teach robotics? Do you want to teach Minecraft? There's so many niches. If we were to spend some time going further into some niches, just looking at beginners, let's look at beginning reading or beginning painting for kids, beginning hair braiding, crocheting, cupcake making, beginning writing, beginning coding, beginning Minecraft. If you can do any one of these and you can do a class of just 10 kids, 1 day a week, 2 hours each time, or 90 minutes each time, and that's for $4.99, right there for that one class, it's $5,000. A 6-week class, just in an extra room that you rent or in a coffee shop, or I know there's a crocheting class that reaches on Tuesday morning at a coffee shop in Fulton here. There's another group of guys who reach to teach chess at a Starbucks up the road. There's another group I know who teaches SharePoint, which is another computer related program. He teaches people SharePoint, and he charged $1,500 for 16 weeks. That's 500. That's about four something per per month, and he teaches it. The people pay up front, and he gets his upfront money. But why I'm sharing that with you is to show you the amount of areas you can expand into. You're good at sales. You wanted to teach a sailing program. I saw a lady teaching a class in how to do hair braiding, and she has beginner, intermediary, and advanced. And at every level, the price increases. We have that in our programs also. I've experimented with a coding class that I started last year, and it has grown. We've done great with it this year. Last year, we also did a coding camp during our summer program. We added to it robotics and Lego and Minecraft, and it was just a bunch of fun. And this year, we take it out on the road. We have it at 2 different locations we're piloting it at, and it's just growing. I'm saying that to show that there are opportunities. Tutoring is just the name of teaching. You can take it from one extreme all the way up to the other. You're a Caribbean cook and you want to teach people how to make great Caribbean meal. You're a Nigerian cook and you want to teach people how to make jollof rice. You want to teach people how to make your fufu. You're from Ghana. You're from India. You want to teach people how to make your dishes. You wanted to teach people how to do nice desserts. You can just do a class of 18 lessons of just different types of dessert. You can do quick dessert. You can do eclair. You can make some finger pickings. You could make fudge. You could make. There's so many things you can just start calling, and you could just name them. You can make cupcake. You can make pound cake. You're good at baking cakes. You can show people how to ice and decorate cakes, and all of those are different classes. I remember years ago my mother going to classes and learning how to ice cake and learning how to um, make. They would do some other baking thing, making pastries, and then she would go to ceramics class, and she would go to straw basket, and all of these things. I'm looking at them and I'm saying, if you're to take your time and look back, there's a way to tutor in any and every niche. The question is, are you willing to give it the time to develop a program? What are the lessons that need to go into your program? What is the method you needed to employ? How do you develop a workable program? What are the systems? Are you coachable? Can you develop a reliable format? And if that's so, how do you package it? I just show this particular page because I want to give you an understanding in some of the programs we run at the center at my location. We have about 15 to 20 students that we do in-home tutoring. And the average in-home tutoring student pay between 360 to about 480 per month. They reach 2 times a week if they're in elementary school. They reach 2 times a week if they're in middle school. They reach 2 times a week if they're in high school. So the average lesson is between 1 to 2 hours long. If you're in the 2 hour program, it's about 680 per month. If you're in the 1 hour program, where you do 1 hour 2 times a week, it's about 360. If you're in the elementary school, if you're in the high school, it's like about 495 or 480. If you if you're doing the 2 hour program and you're doing like any of the specialized program like calculus or any of those, it's like about $65 an hour. You do 8 lessons, 1 hour each time, that's about 520. You have 25 students at 360. You have 15 students at 520. Then you have your group classes. We always do group class. My group class is SAT prep. I'm known for SAT. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. We got great results. We've got great scores. I always get lots of call. Our classes are $8.99 for an 8 week class. We have our classes with a maximum of 10 students. That's about $8,990. Then we have our algebra boot camp. That's for kids who are struggling in algebra. We have a algebra fitness and an algebra boot camp. One is an 8 week class. The other one is a 6 week class. One is children who are in algebra struggling. The other one is children who are going to algebra. You have to understand there are opportunities at every level. And if you can do that, you can make a significant income. You add them all up, it comes up to a little bit over $31,700. When I did my first class, I show you where we were starting out. We were around $14,000, $15,000 a month, and then we were able to scale it and grow it and move it uphill. It's to show that you can do anything if you keep your mind at it, if you're able to build good system, if you're able to bring on board a good team, and if you're able to work consistently. And that's because I've learned how to focus on a niche and then to scale my niche. So the very first thing I say to people is you got to build your system. Focus on one niche, then scale it. And once you can do that, you can do amazing things. I've taken one program, established into 3 or 4 different verticals, and each of those verticals we have running. I've been able to hire a managing director. I've brought on board a partner, and I've been able to scale to some degree. I am not at the highest of where I need to be. There are lots of things I needed to do to make my system better. There are lots of things I need to do to make my program better. The very first thing we did is rebrand the company, change the name, update our collateral, update our imaging, scale our resources so that you can be looked at and be considered with more credibility. Yes, we were doing lots and we were building lots of results, but we can do more. We can work with more students. We can employ more people. And with everything comes its challenges. I've made lots of mistakes on the journey. I've made mistakes so much that there are times when people even got mad at me and put me on blast and cursed me out. And I've gone through all of those growing pain. But I've said that to say you can learn from it. You can take your beginning steps. When I started, my primary goal was how can I just do $10,000 a month where I can pay my bills and I can keep a happy staff. I've been able to grow out of a 10 by 10 space to where we have a successful 1200 square foot unit. I've been able to grow from one location to add on a second location. I closed down this one location and we've scaled onto an in-home platform where we are in about 45 homes per week. I'm saying that to say we are able to do it by following a system. You can do it too. My job, my goal with this program is to show you how to establish your place, how to build a good system, and how to get into the market. Now, what will you learn with this program? I'm going to walk you through the lessons. The very first lesson I'm going to show you is how to establish a market. Who do you target? How do you identify your avatar? Who is the person you need to Bill, what does your psychograph look like? How does your ideal customer look like? Where do you find them? How do you narrow down to be able to focus on that customer who can be reliable, who can pay you what you're worth, and who can move you to where you're going? I can tell you that because when I started, I was charging $15 an hour and I was burning myself thin. Today we're at $65 to $75 an hour, and we're still able to properly service people at a higher level. We haven't changed our message, we've changed our audience, we've been able to do a lot more, we've been able to impact more consistently, and we've been able to grow through the process. The very next thing you want to do is establish a medium of delivery. Well, am I going to teach in center? Am I going to teach in home? Would I be able to rent a studio? Would I be able to teach online? What is your method of delivery? I'm going to show you how to package your material, how to develop a menu of service, and how to launch it properly. Once you're able to do that, you can then work with the very next thing. How do you make your mission work? What processes are needed? I can tell you, I've had to retool myself ever so often so that I can tighten up some of my loose ends. As much as I am doing, I'm not at the highest of my game. And I can tell you that with all that I have been doing, I can get better. I can do more. I can scale more. I can increase 2 times, 8 times, 10 times. I can do that. But I needed to also carefully grow. You can grow fast and go burst, or you can slowly and methodically grow yourself. Processes are very important. One of the very big part of this is people who I work with are people who are coachable, who listen and who follow direction through a system. If you can be one of these people, I'll be more than happy to work with you. I'll be happy to show you how to do it. I'll be happy to walk with you hand in hand. This program that I've put online here is a 5-part module. You can do the class online or you can work with me. I only work with a limited amount of people. If you wanted to be a part of this, I'd be more than happy to work with you. On the link below this would give you direction in how to get a hold of me, and I'll be more than happy to reach out to you and work with you. Until then, bye.